Hi, my name's Yvonne and I'm an independent UK Stampin' Up demonstrator, and today it is our Stamp Around UK blog hop. Now the theme is winter home decoration. Now I found this one a little bit challenging for me, but I've had a go. And this is what I've come up with. Now it is a card, but it's also something that you can, it's called a lantern card, which means you've got a full-size card folded in half, and then it's folded 3 times to make sure that they're the same size. And then there is a split at the top, and then you make this like little lantern. So we've got vellum here, and then I put some of the tree dies from Whimsical Trees, and then the paper I've used is from the Beauty of the Earth Designer Series paper. Now this is the paper that I've used. I've used the lighter part of the card because it is cut off from there, so I've used the lighter part. And the idea is you position it like that, and then you put a light in, and then it flickers. Now you won't be able to see that, so I'll just see if I can flick it on that side. So you'll be able to see the effect. Plus I've got bright lights in here as well. So that's the idea. Now I'll go through. The actual making of the card is really simple. It's the designing of it that takes the time. I'm going to show you one that I made a complete cock-up of, and I'll explain how I made the cock-up. So this is an A4 card. I folded it in half. Now the measurements would be 10.5, and I can't see where I put my measurements, 10.5 centimetres, or 4 1/8. So score down the centre. Then the easiest way I've found it, because of the measurements can be quite, they're not straight numbers. So what I did was I folded it again in half that way, and then I've folded it that way into the middle, and I folded it that way into the middle. So you end up with eight rectangles. Then the next part is you need to make a cut just on those 2 panels. So I put it on my paper trimmer. I'll just show you. So I just put it on my paper trimmer. Make sure that my folded line is on the groove, and then I just get my blade and I position it just at the edge of where the first fold is, and then I drag it down to the this fold here, the last fold, and then that gives you the slit. And then from then you need to position it, I'll probably go the wrong way around. You need to position it so it folds like so. Now this isn't a very good example because this card I actually cut wrong. This is another one that I was playing back with. So that's the idea. So you're making that. Now, to make your windows, you can use a craft knife and cut the windows out. Now I used a die, and as you can see from this one, I ended up cutting the wrong side, and that's because I positioned my card in wrong when I was actually doing my die cut. So this particular die is from the Stitch So Sweetly dies, and possibly the correct way of doing this is you fold your card over, put your die in this position here. I would put some tape down, just hold it in place, and then run it through, and then hopefully, you might have to run it through a couple of times depending on your die machine, but hopefully it'll cut through the other side for you, so you get the die in the correct position and it will be okay. As I say, with this one here, I put my die in this position and it went through that side, and I didn't want it to, so I should have put it through that way properly. Right, so that's that bit of an explanation. So hopefully that explains how to make your base card, and then all it is now is decorating. So as I said, with this one I use a DSP paper just on the side panels, and you actually stick down these two halves. So you're going to stick those two down so that they stay in place, and then you can put your DSP paper or decorate either panel. It's entirely up to you. Now I'll show you the actual die I used for this one, and then we'll go through a different one that I'm doing. So this was the die I used, and I used a silver card to cut out the dies, and then just stuck it on the inside. I don't know if you'll be able to see that there. So I've just stuck it on the inside, and then just give the silhouette so that the light can shine through. Right, so yeah, this is from the Christmas tree dies, which is all part of the Whimsical Trees, which I absolutely love. And I've actually made a card with this as well, which will be coming up in another video quite soon. Right, so let's get started on the other card. Let me just pop that in my... Now with this card, I've thrown the kitchen sink at it, as they say. And I'll just go through the elements. So I've not actually stuck this part down yet because I'm still playing about with the positioning. So my DSP paper that I've used is from the Blackberry Beauty Specialty Design Series paper. Now these papers are absolutely gorgeous. This is the side I've used, but you've got lovely foiling on these papers. I'll just go through a couple of the pages. That one there, and then you've got like a chevron effect on there. It's got beautiful little flowers, and this is the sort of paper that you can cut that way and make your cards, or you can use it for scrapbooking. Again, we've got this beautiful paper. I love these birds on here, and there's an ephemera pack that you can purchase as well that goes with this, and there's an owl in it. It's absolutely gorgeous. So on the other side of this paper is that. Oops. Then we have some oak leaves, and then we have some like corn on there. But yeah, the colours are absolutely gorgeous. So this is the owl that's on this paper, and as I say, the ephemera pack has got this owl as a die cut already printed and everything. And then that's the reverse of that paper. And that's the one I've used. So that is the gorgeous papers from the Black Beauty. And this is the two side panels that I've used. My next part I've used, and I'll just show you the, oops, I've got all the stamp sets. So I've used the dies here for the trees, and this is from the Inspiring Canopy dies, which is part of a bundle for the Inspired Thoughts, and this is in the annual catalogue. And I really like this tree set. So what I have done with mine is I've die cut it with the glitter paper, the black glitter paper, and then I've cut it down to just 3 trees and just cut through. Now what I will say with this black glitter paper, run your die through a couple of times for it to cut through. Normally when I run my die machine, it cuts straight away, but with this glitter paper it's a little bit thicker, and I've still got little bits of the innards all over my desk because I had to get my little pokey tool and poke them out. So that's my second part of the card, the canopy trees, which I think looks absolutely lovely. Then I have die cut these witches' hats and brooms. Now this is from the Festive and Bright set. So in here we have, oops, I'll just move that out of the way. So we have a stamp set where you've got the brooms and the hats. You've also got the garland with the lights, and then you've got apples with the leaves, and you've got a couple of stamp sets as well, which is Blessed, Festive and Bright, Spooky, Greetings to and From, and there's also a spider in there, which I forgot all about. So what I've done is I've used the brooms and witches' hats, and I've stamped in Blackberry Bliss to coordinate with the actual DSP. I've coloured in just the little bands with cinnamon cider. I think it was dark cinnamon cider on the blends. And with this particular stamp set, you don't have the outline dies because you have half of the outline die. So if you want to do part die cutting, you can do with this set with all the garlands that I've just showed you. So you use the first part, and then there's a second part to go with it. So you literally just position that around your, just move that out of the way a minute, and then you can see. So you position that around, I've probably got it the wrong way around. Yeah. You position that around your stamp, and then you've got the other side. Is that the right way? And that's how you cut out the shape altogether. But as I say, you can do partial die cutting, so you can just cut out one side, so you can have like a edge to a card, either that edge or the other edge. It's entirely up to you, but I like the fact that I could cut them out. So that's what I've done with that. Right. As I say, there's a lot of elements to this, but it'll look really good once it's finished. And you'll be able to put it in your window at Halloween. Right, so I was just deciding how I was going to put I might put them either edge maybe, and then I can just cut them off as I want them. Right, so the final part is the other little bits I've got here. So we have some pumpkins, some bats, and again we've got some brooms. Now these are from the Sparkle of the Season kit, and these are the different dies. Now I've shown these dies in a previous video, and they've also got these dies as well. So we've got those ones there. So that is the other part that I've been using. Right, let's put this card together now. I'm going to stick my trees. I'm just going to position them at the bottom about there. I just need to be mindful of what adhesive I'm going to use. This is why I didn't stick these panels together, so I can see and position them. Right, let me see how I'm going to stick them, because of course with vellum you can see the actual glue. I'm just going to put a tiny bit at the bottom. Oops. It's not wanting to stick for me. Right, let's see if I've got some really thin tape then. Because it's glitter, it doesn't always want to stick. Let's try that. And then we'll try another little bit at the bottom of there, but I might actually just stick it on the vellum. And hopefully that will stick. See where the glob the glue. Once it's dry, it should dry clear. I'll see how we go with that. So that's the first part of the scene. We've got the trees down. We end up just putting another little bit of, I seem to have, my tearing tape seems to have disappeared. I think it's in my other, I was sort of crafting on the go this week, so I'll try that. Oops. Yes, let's pop that in position. Right, so the next part is try the broomstick. I just wanted that possibly leaning against the tree, something like that. Do it that way, not that way even. This is the problem with working with it upside down now. Things could go anywhere. Alright, let's see if we can get that stuck down. In fact, I might turn it over because it doesn't matter if you can't see the glitter. I might just turn that over and use a little bit of stamp and seal. And stick that in place. See how that looks? Yep. And then I wanted possibly a pumpkin over that side. So I've definitely made things a little bit more complicated for myself using the glitter card, but never mind. So I'll stick that over there. It's going to show through. Oh, well. If needs be, I can put another pumpkin over the top so you can't see the glue. That'll be fine. I just need to put some bats. So I think with the bats I might actually stick them on the back of the card. I'm sure I had another bat. Want another one? And again, I could probably put that on the front, which I might end up doing. So I'm going to stick those bats there. Let's see if we can use the glue this time. See how that looks. Can always move. Oh, let's move it down a little bit. better you can see it now. I just need to put that one in that corner. So on the links below will be all the other demonstrators that have joined this video hop. So please have a look at what all the other people have done. The very talented team we have. I'm sure they'll have some great ideas for winter decor. Just need to bit of a glob of glue there. So yes, it's coming together nicely. And again, I could put the broom there at the front. I needed to do the reverse of it, but never mind. Right, so I'll just position these here. Shouldn't have no problems with these ones sticking. See how far I'm going up. Now, Blackberry Bliss ink isn't an ink I normally use, but I think it looks really well on this card. I'm just going to chop off that part there. And then I'll use that one there at the bottom. Position that there. Squidge it across a bit. Oh, I've got... Oh dear. I managed to smudge my ink with the glue, unfortunately, but never mind. I'm just going to chop that off there. Now we've completed that part, I'm just going to stick that little bit all together. And press it down. It's a shame I've smudged that, unfortunately, but never mind. That's what happens. I will show all the mistakes because there's been plenty of them. And onto cloth, just to press down. I don't want to cause any more bleeding of the ink. So there is my Halloween lantern. I'll just get the little tea light and I'll pop it up there so you can see it flickering through. Yes, I'm really pleased with that. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and please click onto the links of all the other demonstrators in this hop. We really appreciate any comments and likes, and if you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I normally post every week and I'll have a new video coming up soon. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.